Good morning. Welcome to another class of Gentle Fit with Valerie. Hope you had a nice day yesterday and hope you're ready to do some exercise with me. I have a good one for you today. As usual, please make sure to listen to your body. Don't do anything that just doesn't feel right. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop us a comment on our Facebook page, and we'll try and get back to you as quickly as possible. Okay, let's get started with our warm-up. We're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So today's class is going to be with some light weights. As usual, if you don't have any weights to use, try to find something in the house that can fit in your hand nicely but adds a little bit of resistance to your exercising. And also, if you've been doing the classes with me for several weeks now, it's probably not a bad idea to try and find an object or a weight that's a little bit heavier, because the muscles need to be challenged in order to get stronger. Breathing in on the way up, breathing out. Try to drop those shoulders down as low as you can. Couple more. Bit more for the shoulders. Let's do the front crawl. So trying to do those big circles, swimming. One more each side. Good. Let's move forward a bit on the seat. Hands on the knees. Breathing in, lean forward, chin comes up. Breathing out, curl that back and tuck your chin in. Breathe in forward. Breathing out, going back. Two more times, forward and back, stretching that spine in both directions. Back to neutral, hands on the hips. Let's do some circles with our trunk, so leaning forward to the side and as far back as you're comfortable going. Breathing in on the way back, breathing out as you squeeze your stomach forward. Next breath in, switching direction. Last one. Back to neutral. You can move back in your chair if you like to have the support from the back of the chair, or stay where you are, and we're doing heel digs. I'm just going to back up the chair a bit so you can see a bit better. So touching the heels forward and back. So loosening up the knee joint. That's what the warm-up is all about, right? Getting those joints lubricated, getting those muscles to start heating up. ready to move, ready for action. Keep doing those heel digs and we add a punch. Last one each side. Okay, a bit more to the hip. We're going to do some little rotations. So lifting that knee up and little circles. Switch direction. Two more times. Put that foot down, other side, knee comes up, little circles. Switching direction. Last one. Great, that will conclude our warm-up. We're going to stand if you're able to. If you prefer to stay seated, you can go right ahead. So we're starting with opposite arm and leg. So if you're sitting, you're going to kick one leg up, lifting the other arm up. But us standing, we're going to kick one leg back and lift the opposite arm up. Last two. Switching side, opposite arm and leg. Last one. Side to side stepping. So if you're in the chair, you touch to the side, back to center, alternating. Standing, we're going to go open wide, together, open, together. If you can add some arm motion here, you go right ahead. You're going to touch your shoulders, open and close, open and close. If you need to hold, do one arm, and I'll tell you when to switch. And we switch. Last one. Great. Kicking back. In the chair, you're going to do those heel digs, touching the heel forward. Standing up, we're bending the knee, kicking back, alternating each leg. If you can use your arms, I want you to bring your hands so elbows are 90 degrees. You're going to push back Again, just one at a time. If you need to hold on. Last one. Switching side if you're doing just one arm at a time. Last one. We're going to finish our cardio portion sitting. So, I want you to sit a little bit forward on your seat. You're going to have one leg straight. You're going to pull that knee in and down. In and down. Last one. Put it down, other leg, start with it straight, pulling the knee towards the chest. Last two. Okay, you can move back in your chair a little bit to use the backrest if you wish. We're doing some marching. You're going to add elbow, bending the elbows. Okay, 3, 2, and last one. Opposite hand to knee or elbow to knee if that's too easy. Lifting and reach, going back down. Let's just stick to one side. Try to go closer to the elbow. If it's a little too easy, touching your hand to your knee. Breathing out as you reach. Last one. Switching side, opposite hand or elbow to knee. One more. A little bit of marching. You can add some arm swings. Three, 2, and stop. Excellent. Grab a sip of water if you need to. Go get your weights, and we're going to start with our strength. So we're doing a little bit of combination movement today. So our first combination is a bicep curl to a shoulder press. And we're going to do one arm at a time. So you're going to start with your hands at the side, facing in. You're going to curl, so turning your hand to face the shoulder. Then turn to face forward and push up. Come back down and down. Other side. Curl, twist, push, down and down. Again. Curl, twist, push up. Going at your own pace. Just keeps it interesting, mixing it up. The muscles also do better when you mix up the exercise and not always do the same thing in the same order all the time. Because our body is a creature of habit, and we develop very efficient ways of doing things when it's done always the same way. So you need to up the challenge to keep your muscles to improve. Let's do one more on each side. Great. Now move a bit forward on your seat, keeping your back nice and straight. You're going to lean forward, hinging at the hips. The arms are coming down at the sides. Pull those elbows back, squeeze those shoulder blades, release down. One more. Staying at the front of your seat. This time, lean all the way back so you have a bit of an angle. You're going to bring your hands in front of the shoulders, elbows are at the side. You're going to push forward and back. Kind of like an inclined chest press. Last two. Elbows are in, straighten up. What's next? Okay, so we're going to stand up. I'm going to push my chair a bit so you can see my head. Feet are about hip width apart, hands are in the front. Upright row, lifting those elbows to shoulder height, release down. Breathing in, breathing out. Last two. Great. Keeping those hands in front, we're moving on to the deadlift. So that's a really great exercise for the hamstrings. I'm going to show you a side view first. So I want you to keep your back nice and straight. Your feet are still hip width apart. You're going to lean forward a bit, maybe bringing the weights to your knees. See how my back is still straight? And then straighten up. So the back is not doing any work at all. My hamstrings and my glutes are what's pulling me up. Slow and controlled. Two more times. Great. Put one of your weights aside. We're doing what is called a goblet squat. So you hold the weight in front, bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips. If the chair is right behind you, that's great. That way you can really gauge how low you can go. So leaning your hips way back, try to touch the chair and go back up. So the knees should stay above your ankle. The hips are really reaching behind you to touch that chair. If that's too challenging for you, you can always stand behind the chair holding on and do your knee bends that way. Last two. Excellent. We're going to do heel raise next. If you want a bit more challenge and your balance is good, you can grab both your dumbbells and hold them as you're going up on your toes. Otherwise, you can put your dumbbell down, stand behind your chair, and go up on your tippy toes. Three more times. Great. Let's stretch. I feel it's a pretty good workout we got in today. Calf stretch to start. Front knee bend, back leg straight. Toes are pointing forward, feet are flat on the ground. Switching side. Release the hamstrings, sitting at the front of your chair, heel down, sitting nice and tall, hinge forward at the hip, toes is pointing up. Release, other leg. Bring it back, clasp your hand together, really round up your back, feeling that nice pull between those shoulder blades. And release, holding on to the underside of your seat, lean a bit to the opposite side and bend your head over to that same side. Stretching the side of the neck and shoulder. Coming back up, holding on to the other side, leaning away, bending the head to the opposite side. Coming back up. Excellent. That will conclude our workout today. Thanks for joining me again, and see you next time.